Hey guys, Pretzelman945 here, and welcome back to another video. This is episode 3 in my Final Reckoning series, and this episode we are talking about episode 2, Attack of the Clones. First off, I gotta do my impression. I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, irritating, then gets everywhere. Yep, that is my Hayden Christensen impression. Do with that what you will. Anyway, so this movie, traditionally I have called this one of the worst movies of all time. And to be honest, just like The Phantom Menace, there isn't much different that I have to say about this. I still think it is one of the worst movies ever created. But I'll get into why. Because maybe I didn't get into that well enough before. So first off, the acting is shit. There are a bunch of big problems in this movie, and the first one is that Hayden Christensen is complete bullshit of an actor. He does such a crappy job. He has like no emotion in his voice, and when he does act with emotion, it's way too overdone, and it makes him look incredibly stupid. Like, he should not have been cast to play this character. I'm sorry, but he is probably one of the worst actors I've ever seen in a movie. And then we get to Natalie Portman, who is, and same with Ewan McGregor, they're not bad actors. And really, realistically, like, Hayden Christensen is really the only bad actor, but they still do give really, really crappy performances in this movie. And the main reason for that when it comes to Natalie Portman, Ewan McGregor, and even Christopher Lee, is the absolutely shit script. Like, oh my god, the writing in this movie is so bad. Like, the romantic language between Anakin and Padme, it's like the least deserved romance that anyone has ever conceived in a movie before. Like, it's just the worst possible romantic dialogue that you will ever hear. It's undeserved, and to be honest, it feels like a great waste of John Williams' musical talents. Because the music is like the one good thing about this film. It's flipping fantastic. Across the Stars is like one of my favorite Star Wars songs for like one of the worst romances in all of movie history, which like really, really sucks. But also, George Lucas doesn't know a thing about directing. Like, combined with Hayden Christensen's terrible acting, and then everyone else's, besides possibly Christopher Lee's, poor performances, the absolutely terrible dialogue, and George Lucas's god-awful directing, like, you get a script and characters that are just barely, like, this bearable to watch, just about that much. And continuing on with the script, it also means that there are some very, very stupid plot holes, such as the one where Obi-Wan loses a freaking planet and is told where it is by a Jedi youngling. I don't know what in George Lucas's mind thought that this would be in any way interesting or compelling at all. However, it's just it's so bad. Like, I am having a hard time to describe it because just it's so bad. It's literally so bad. Like, I don't even really know how to properly describe it, to be honest, because, like, the entire thing is just so messed up. Like, with this scene, for those who were fortunate enough to have never watched this disaster of a movie and disgrace of a Star Wars movie in particular, it, oh my god. Basically, Obi-Wan is looking for Kamino. He can't find it because if it is not in our archives, it must not exist. Because I want to focus on that line in particular because that has to be one of the vainest lines ever written in a movie script. Okay? How absolutely vain do you have to be to say, if it is not in our records, then it surely must not exist anywhere else. Like, that's the stupidest, vainest thing that anyone has ever said in a movie script before. Like, you're not even considering the possibility that someone can, oh, I don't know, remove it? Like, no database is like, at least that I know of, like, to quote me on this, but like, as far as I know, no like database or media library or anything holds data of any kind can't not have stuff removed from it by someone of a certain authority. Like, oh my god, that line in particular is so stupid. I got very, like, that pissed me off a lot while I was watching the movie. The entire thing, like, why the hell would you have a Jedi Knight, a very, very intelligent, I don't think it was a master by that time, a very, very intelligent Jedi Knight lose a planet and have to be told where it is by a freaking Jedi youngling? Like, who would ever do such a thing? I don't know. Like, I don't know. That line of thought that they had with that was about, like, as clueless as Obi-Wan not knowing where the actual planet is. So, I don't know. That just pisses me off a little bit, personally. Like, that entire, like, sequence of ideas is just so stupid. So, another plus about this movie is there's less Jar Jar. And there's less Neimoidians. Like, basically, things that could be considered complete catastrophic failures about the CG alien designs are much more toned down. So, that's pretty much all the specific problems. Then we get into the third act. And I'm sure that people are going to be curious about my opinion on CJ Yoda. It's bullshit. Like, there's no other opinion I have on it. Like, the fact that Yoda is flipping around doing complete nonsense, like, whoo, is nonsense. That is not what Yoda does. It is not the type of Jedi Yoda is. Like, granted, the choreography is actually cool between, like, Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Dooku, and then Yoda enters the mix and it becomes a complete mess. Because, like, Yoda's not that kind of Jedi. And sure, some Force contest, Dooku hurls two things of metal and some rocks at Yoda. Yoda deflects them easily, and then he deflected, and then they exchanged some force lightning, woohoo, and then you flippy lightsaber stuff, which is not interesting whatsoever. Like, that entire thing, just like the Obi-Wan crap, is so stupid. Why did you make Yoda CG all flippy around? It's dumb. And then there's one more thing I need to rant about, honestly. And I kind of went a little bit out of order, but whatever. The Geonosian factory scene. Like, even when I was a little kid, you know, like naive and all that, and I didn't really know like how bad this movie truly was, I never liked this scene. Literally, even as a little kid who didn't know much about how bad the movie really was, I still hated this scene, this entire section of the movie in the Geonosian factories. Literally, they could have gone the entire movie. Like, they could have cut this out of the movie, and it would have made no difference. And the really frustrating thing is, if I don't know how many people watching this actually did watch the director's commentary to this movie, but when you hear George Lucas on this movie, he's literally like, as the movie was going along, I felt like we needed another scene more action-packed in the middle of it. So I came up with the Geonosian factory scene. And it's like, why the did you come up with that? I'm trying not to swear too much. But why the fuck did you come up with that? Like, honestly, it is the stupidest, shittiest scene. Like, it's the stupidest idea ever. Like, there's a lot of crap ideas in this, but it's the crappiest idea ever. Why is it in the movie? I have no idea. It serves no purpose, and to be honest, the entire thing, I wouldn't mind it if it was actually kind of cool, but it's not cool. It's nothing but a complete mesh of CG and flashing things on the screen that makes it hard to watch. That's literally all that this is just a complete mess of CG and flashing things on the screen. It's dumb, and it's stupid, and it's utterly pointless. Probably one of the most pointless scenes in any Star Wars movie, and possibly any movie in history, honestly. So just kind of to give a broad recap, none of my opinions have changed. This movie is still complete utter shit, and what I think is one of the worst films ever made because of George Lucas's terrible directing and stupid decisions such as the Geonosian factory scene and the Obi-Wan loses a planet crap and the flippy Yoda garbage. The absolutely horrendous script and either poor to downright horrible acting performances put on this film, the main criminal of which is Hayden Christensen. And finally, and what I consider honestly to be the biggest flaw of this entire movie is it is a giant mess of CG. There are so many things in this movie that are completely overdone with CGI that literally could... There's so much stuff that could have been avoided without the use of CG, such as the entire Geonosian factory scene, such as the flippy Yoda garbage, such as all the action scenes, such as the not so great Geonosian alien designs. Like, George Lucas, on top of making horrendous plot decisions, had a compulsive obsession with using computer effects in this film. And it's stupid. Terrible directing, plot holes, stupid decisions, horrendous script, mediocre to poor and terrible acting, and a complete over-reliance on CG. That about sums up this film. Like, I think it is the worst Star Wars film by a mile, and it is one of the worst films ever made, in my opinion. This wasn't really a final reckoning video in the sense that Iron Man 2 was, but I promise that like more videos like will be like ones where my opinions will probably change, will probably be coming out sooner with like Frozen, Maleficent, I guess. I don't know. I haven't rewatched them yet, so maybe my opinions won't change. But this entire video is basically an excuse for me to rant about Attack of the Clones and the movie I hate for just like around 17 minutes. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're enjoying this series, and see ya.